Class of 2022, please have a seat. I'd like to welcome Devin Bates to the podium.
Scholars, school board members, administrators, faculty, parents, and guests, welcome to the commencement exercise of the Design Lab Early College School Class of 2022. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, I'd like to welcome Principal Christopher Scarcella to the podium.
Thank you, and please join me in welcoming the following Cleveland Metropolitan School District representatives. We ask that you hold your applause until all the dignitaries have been introduced. Dr. Nigamanth Sridhar, CMSD board member. Mr. Eric Gordon, Chief Executive Officer. Dr. Lee Buddy Jr., Chief Engagement Officer. Ms. Erin Frew, Network Support Leader. And our keynote speaker, Dr. Jessica Henry. Before we move into our class recognition by our valedictorian salutatorian, we would like to have our graduates join their families for a special presentation of their high school experience. Graduates, please stand. You may now join your families. All right, Ms. White and Mr. Saunders, you want to lead us on? All right, ladies and gentlemen, class 2022, please have a seat. Now, please join me in welcoming our salutatorian, Mr. Ian Voss.
This working? Oh my God. Good afternoon, students, teachers, families, and guests. Our ninth grade year was a relatively normal year in terms of it being the first year of high school. It was the start of something new for us, and at the time, we didn't know how different it would get. When 10th grade came, there was administration changes that affected the initial comfort that most of us had. This was challenging for everyone involved, not just students. This was also the year I started taking college classes through the High Tech Academy program. We all finally started to get used to the changes. Then came along the COVID-19 pandemic, which changed everything once again. I don't know everyone's story, but with everyone turning remote, most kids were at home, most parents were at home, so families got through their own experiences together. Now I find myself to be a relatively remote person since I spend most of my time playing video games and communicating with others online. But there were definitely difficulties of my own throughout the pandemic. I found that even though I am a remote person, I struggle finding the motivation to pay attention to schoolwork without physically being there, which is something I didn't know I needed. Even though it was difficult for me, with half of our 10th grade year and the entirety of my 11th grade year being fully remote, I still managed to pull through until we were able to come back for our senior year. Coming back after a year and a half, I would say I noticed a lot of growth in myself, especially socially. All my life, I've had a little bit of social anxiety, and giving a speech is definitely not helping. However, the past 4 years shows I am capable of getting through life's obstacles, even when pushed out of my comfort zone, like standing here before you. Realizing my capability would not have been possible without everyone playing their role. I would specifically like to thank my mom and dad for always supporting me and my family and friends who have been there. You know who you are. I would like to end by wishing you all the very best and whichever path you choose to take. May the lessons learned over time at Design Lab be the foundation for all of our successes. Thank you. Thanks again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our 2022 valedictorian, Alyssa White.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, faculty members, family, and friends, and most importantly, the senior class of 2022. First, I would like to acknowledge my mom for being my motivation to push forward and helping me become the woman I am today. Also, I want to thank my grandma for being that listening ear. She provided me with opportunities to vent and advise that I still use today. A special thanks goes out to Ms. Wilson for helping me become more confident in my math ability. The confidence I have gained through her many lessons in math will enable me to pursue my future goal of becoming an engineer. The lessons that I have learned from my teachers, mentors, and friends will be the building blocks for graduation and beyond. These last 4 years here at Design Lab have been hectic. We entered as children our freshman year, and just as we began maturing our sophomore year, COVID hit, which followed us into our junior year. Obstacles I faced because of COVID included time management and lack of productivity. My sense of time was completely thrown off to the point where I was not able to keep track of due dates. I was so accustomed to doing work in school and relaxing at home that having to take school home was stressful, especially while taking college courses at the same time. I had to completely adjust my life after starting in an on-campus setting to doing everything online and at home. Though it was a challenge at the start, it provided me with the real college experience. And to my fellow seniors, I wish nothing more than for you to achieve all that you have dreamed of. I know college is not for everyone. Therefore, I wish you well in what you choose for your future. To the college-bound seniors, I pray you don't get a serial killer for your roommate. And to all of us, may you always be blessed with people who will lift you up and have the recognition to see those who do not. The most important thing I have learned in these last few years is that when faced with adversity, those of us on this stage and I are able to persevere. I wish the best of luck to the junior class who will be taking over the school in our absence. They will make wonderful leaders and adults. As a final thought, I would like to leave you with a quote written by Maya Angelou. "The desire to reach the stars is ambitious. The desire to reach hearts is wise and most possible." Ms. Whitehorn, who is like my second mother, says that she has learned that this quote symbolizes what life is all about, to which I must agree. Thank you, and best wishes to you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in another round of applause for these dynamic scholars. Congratulations. Now please join me in welcoming Sarah Stafford to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome our 2022 keynote speaker, Dr. Jessica Henry. Dr. Jessica Chanel Henry is a native of the greater city of Cleveland. She has earned her undergraduate and graduate degrees at Alabama State University, a HBCU known for its legacy of perseverance, progress, and promise to educate the next generation of Black leaders and scholars. She completed her PhD in counselor education and supervision from Ohio State University in 2016. And as a licensed mental health counselor and a certified rehabilitation counselor, she has devoted her scholarship, practice, and teaching to understand the wellness needs of others through exploration of stress impacts, performance outcomes, and improving quality of life. Currently, she is an associate teaching professor in both rehabilitation and human services and nationally ranked counselor education programs at Pennsylvania State University. She has specific expertise and interest in counseling individuals with presenting concerns of disability identity development, adjustment to chronic illness, and stress management. Dr. Henry is considered an expert in leading seminars that focus on wellness, stress management, and leadership at both the personal and organizational levels. Dr. Jess, as she is affectionately referred to by all beliefs, the most common way people give up their powers is by thinking they don't have any, by Alice Walker. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dr. Jessica Henry.
Thank you, Sarah, for that introduction. I had a chance to meet Sarah in the bathroom, and I said, Sarah, cut that down. That is a lot of words. But I'm so excited to be here, and so greetings to the faculty, to the families, to the valedictorian's father who I met in the hallway today, and to the graduates of this amazing school. I am so excited to be here this afternoon, and I've never been the type to write a speech, so I have my notes here, but I probably won't stick to that. But I am the type of person, or was the type of person, that I will be sitting in audiences like you are, and I will be listening to the keynote speaker, thinking about the day that I would have the opportunity to speak to people and encourage them on their journeys. And I'm so excited to have a chance to do that today for this class as you go onward in life, or as I like to call it, a hood that everyone is excited to get to, but when you get there, you're probably gonna rank it at 4 out of 10. It's ghetto. I really want to tell you today about the 5 keys of elevation and success. I came up with these keys of elevation and success as I was on a plane trip to somewhere. I hated flying because I didn't like the idea of relinquishing my power to something that I didn't know how it worked, an aircraft. So I came up with these 5 keys to elevation and success that are consistent with the process of going higher in life, which you all are getting ready to do. You're getting ready to go to the next phase. And so I'm going to take each of you through the 5 keys of elevation and success. And even though I'm talking specifically to the graduates, everybody can benefit from this. Ms. Wilson asked me to concentrate my speech on what Dr. Jess would say to Jessica from 2004, the class president of John F. Kennedy High School. She would say all of these things, the things that I'm going to say today, because I still say them to myself, even in this time as a professor at Penn State University. So I'm going to take each of you through, and I'm also a professor. I'm a professor, I'm an educator, and I'm also a believer. So I grew up in the church, and I'm going to check in to make sure everybody is with me as I go through these 5 keys. Is that okay? Can y'all talk to me today? All right, keep that same energy. All right, the first key to elevation and success is takeoff is uncomfortable, but it is a necessary part to your elevation. If you've ever been on a plane before, you know, or you've heard the pilot come across the loudspeaker and say, "We have been cleared for takeoff." You all have been cleared for takeoff. It will be uncomfortable, but it is a necessary part of your elevation and success. You may recall getting on that runway and you feel the plane speed up to anywhere between 144 miles an hour to 170 miles per hour, and you have no control over it. But it is that act of going fast that you are able to take liftoff. So I encourage this group that as you all go to your next phase, do not be scared of the discomfort that you may feel. It is a part of your journey. It will help you as you go into the classrooms or as you go into your training programs. It will help you. Discomfort is key, all right? The second key, y'all with me? Say second key. I told you I went to a Baptist church, okay. The second key to elevation and success is, what is it? Okay, in the case, remember the what to do in the cases of an emergency. If you've ever been on a plane, you remember the flight attendant saying to you to make sure you put your own mask on first and then help someone else. In 2012, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And at that very moment, I realized that I had to take care of myself. Lucius. I gotta put me first, Lucius. I had to put me first and then go and help other people. I was able to take care of what I needed. And that is exactly what I would tell high school Jessica. It is not selfish. Let me say that again. It is not selfish for you to put you first. That is what they tell us to do on airplanes. So it's okay that you prioritize wellness in order to be your best self when you get where you are going. The third key to elevation and success, everybody say third key. The third key to elevation and success is to remember to look out the window and enjoy the journey. This one particular flight that I was on, I realized that the sun was shining on the plane, but I looked down and I saw that there was overcast. So the people who were on the ground probably didn't see the sun. And that was my indication that the sun, S-U-N, still shines, and the sun, S-O-N, still shines on cloudy days. So remember to enjoy the journey. Today, you are not just wearing these cap and gowns for pictures, but this is an indication that you have completed something. You all have been in school for a very long time, right? You all have completed something. You get to turn your tassel, and this is not just for form and fashion. This is because you have done something great. So look out the window and enjoy your journey as you go forward. The fourth key to elevation and success is probably my favorite, so write this one down. All right? The fourth key of elevation and success is even when there's turbulence, the plane is still moving forward. I grew up in, I said this last night to my soror. I said, I'm an 80s baby. She said, girl, that was the 90s. It was the 80s, but sitcoms in the 90s, you may remember those scenes when they would be on the airplane and you would see them bouncing around and nothing's moving forward. But the reality is, when it comes to turbulence, the plane is still moving forward. Alyssa, you mentioned starting from your 9th grade year and everybody getting caught up in COVID. The plane was still moving forward. There were challenges that you all have achieved. So again, today, when you turn your tassel, don't just turn it quickly. Turn it slow. This is your chance to say that you defeated what was supposed to stop you, right? All right, so again, the 4th key to elevation and success, and I want to put this in right here. This is not just for them. I tell myself this daily, because I went through COVID too, and I'm a college professor. It was even worse when you have to grade the work that, that students are actually putting forward. But again, the 4th key is even when there's turbulence, the plane is still moving forward. The 5th key, thank you, is to prepare for landing, right? Whenever I'm on a plane, I don't just, wait until the plane lands. I start looking up my gate. Where am I going next? I'm starting to think about those things. And I encourage you all to do that too. Some of you will be entering college. Some of you will be entering training programs. Wherever you go, consider what's next, because it's gonna go by fast. These last how many years have gone by really quick. I know that there were some things to make you feel like it slowed down, but begin to think about where you want to go next. Is it to a master's program? Alyssa says she's going to be an engineer, and I said, period. Absolutely. So think about where you are going to go. I always tell my students that here's success. Here's success. It's this little dot right here. How you get to that, it may look different, but you know you want to be successful, right? So that's us making a plan even as we are still in motion. So these 5 keys, here they are again. The first key is takeoff will be uncomfortable, but it is a necessary part of your elevation and success. The second key is to put your mask on first, but then help somebody else. The third key is to look out the window and enjoy the journey. The 4th key is even when there is turbulence, the plane is still moving forward. And the final key is to prepare for landing. These are all actions, verbs. That means that you have to put forth the effort henceforward. I'm gonna say that again, because I'm sorry, I did grow up in a church. Thank you, I see you back there giving me, okay. These are verbs. These are things that you have to put forth, and you can. You have defeated COVID and made it to the day where you can turn your tassel. So you can do anything you put your mind to. Again, I say congratulations to this class, and thank you to the administration for having me. And I hope it blessed and encouraged all of you out here as well, that anything that you can conceive and you can believe, you can achieve. Thank you so much.
I'd like to welcome Tayshawn Blevins to the stage.
At this time, we would like to present you with this gift of appreciation. Thank you for sharing your words of wisdom with the class of 2022.
Thank you again, Dr. Henry. I'd like to please welcome Anthony Hawthorne to the podium.
Please, at this time, welcome CEO Mr. Eric Gordon and Principal Christopher Garcelli.
And I'd also like to welcome Dr. Sridhar to help us with the certification.
Good afternoon. So clearly, I'm not CEO Gordon. I'm Nigamath Sridhar. I'm a member of the Board of Education, and I'm here representing my colleagues on the Board of Education to celebrate and congratulate our graduates of the class of 2022. Principal Scarcella and faculty, do you attest to the fact that these students have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study prescribed by the Design Lab, Early College High School, the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the Ohio Department of Education?
Dr. Sridhar, I certify that the students participating in this evening's ceremony have met the educational requirements of the State of Ohio and the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. These students are now ready to receive their diplomas.
Thank you. Class of 2022, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to stand here and congratulate you and wish you well for what you're about to go off and do in this world, because you have a lot to do. So thank you for what you're about to do. I'll now ask Mr. Gordon to join me here.
Good afternoon. With the class, with Principal Scarcelli's attestation, now by the authority of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, it is my high honor to bestow upon you, the members of the Design Lab Early College High School class of 2022, your diploma, along with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Let's please call the roll.
Alyssa White. Ian Voss. Demonte Bailey. Demonte Bailey. Again, that was Demonte. Devin Bates. Tayshawn Blevins. Tayshana Blevins. LaShonda Brown. Anthony Hawthorne. Danae Jackson. Xavier Jameson. Nabria Jones. Zamaya Jones. Raymonte McLean. Darrell Miller Billups. Nashea Milton. Antoine Nelson. Wilfredo Muniz. Lanaya Pruitt. Mr. Christian Saunders. Demondo Sims. Sarah Stafford. Javante Stallworth. Dakaya Taplin. Maishana Whiting. Jaden Witt. Adonis Wilson. Lene Wilson.
That was fun. Let's have another round of applause. On behalf of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Mayor Justin Bibb, I wish to congratulate the students of the class of 2022, their parents, and their families.
The graduation tassel is a symbol of success. Some believe the reason why the tassel is placed on the right is because you have earned the right to graduate. Moving the tassel to the left after graduating is symbolic of crossing over from high school to another stage in your life. My fellow graduates, please stand and join me in the turning of the tassel as we begin our post-secondary journey.
Before we move into my closing remarks, I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to recognize two groups. First off, all the parents and guardians that made this possible, please stand and give yourselves a round of applause. And then second, I would like all of the Design Lab Early College High School staff, whoever you are, please stand up and let's give them a round of applause because it's with them that we made it this far. It is with great honor that I stand with you to welcome this class into a new and exciting stage in their lives. If you notice at the beginning of the ceremony, the graduating class was escorted down by the dignitaries on stage, signifying their graduation into the new world. They'll be exiting by themselves, and it's important to recognize that. Perseverance is measured by today. Today, graduates, you have demonstrated that not only have you learned what has been taught to you, but you have learned how to overcome. You've overcome classroom deadlines, test anxiety, tardy tables, and learning the new age of COVID. Some of you have overcome family loss, bullying. All of you have overcome social media, and some even had to overcome those that doubted, or even in some cases, that voice may have been in your head. But support from your friends, family, and the dedicated staff at Design Lab, today you stand here a success. You did it. Go ahead, you did it. Amongst all the hurdles, you have completed your high school journey and are now ready for a new. So whenever you are feeling you may not have it in you, dig deeper and reach back into this memory of graduation and know that you can do it. You are a Design Lab graduate and will always be, and you are always welcome back at Design Lab. Thank you, everybody. Class of 2022, please stand. I now pronounce you graduates of Design Lab Early College High School.